I broke it. Yep, broke it pretty good. Was just driving along, minding my own business, right? And something just let go. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Wasn't trying to show off. I even got it on video. Check it out. See, just driving along. Road was a little bouncy, and something broke. The lower control arm broke right at the ball joint, which kind of figured. I mean, they're stock 1996 Lincoln lower control arms. There it is. No more ball joint. Took a little damage. I was able to get the car pulled into a parking lot at least, which I don't know how I did, because the control arm was on the ground and the spring and the cylinder were barely sitting in there. But got into a parking lot and started checking around on what I needed to do to fix it. I even tried a ratchet strap. I strapped the lower control arm up and was hoping it would just drive well enough to get home, which it was only like a couple blocks away. And as soon as I tried to back it up, it fell off again. I think if I wasn't backing up, it would have actually worked okay, because going forward, it kind of held in place a little better. So the tow would have been like $110 even for a few blocks, just for the guy to show up and drag my car up on a flatbed. So I just went ahead and got a new lower control arm and installed that right there on the side of the road in the parking lot. That's not fun. Don't do that. If you can avoid that, try to avoid that, because everything's 1,000 times more difficult to do away from your garage. I don't know why that is. I took just bags of tools, multiple jacks, cheater bars, everything, and it was still a lot of work. But it's back together, it's driving, so I'm going to go for just a quick cruise. Try not to break anything. Telling me I need to check my air suspension. Wonder why. It's no longer air. Hydraulics, son. Our drive's fairly smooth, even though we got terrible roads around here. There's really, I mean, it bounces, of course, because you got a hydraulic ram instead of a coil spring, but I'm pretty surprised. This is up a little bit. This isn't all the way laid out. We'll lay this sucker out. That's all the way down. It's cruising. I mean, you get on a few bumps that are pretty nasty, and it kind of starts rocking back and forth, but overall it's pretty smooth. If you ride with this thing all the way locked up, it's a little ridiculous, but it's not too bad, just cruising around like this. Rear cylinders squeak a little bit, don't judge me. See, with the back end up, this isn't even locked up all the way. It rubs on the exhaust. Drive shaft rubs on the exhaust. It's got like a factory H pipe, which is kind of weird for a Lincoln Town Car, but drive shaft goes down, it rubs on that. Doesn't sound too good. Plus you get a little vibration, so I can take that H pipe out. The exhaust in this thing's pretty rough. It leaks all over the place. I need to get new exhaust anyway. And yeah, probably pull that out and then redo the whole exhaust system from the headers back. And I definitely need to get a slip yoke on the drive shaft. So what's next, I guess? I have no idea. No, I'm probably just gonna put the interior back together. As you can see, it's a little tore up. Pretty happy with the way the headliner turned out, but the interior is pretty stripped apart, and I'm gonna clean up everything I've done so far. So I've kind of got everything I've done anyway, about 90% of the way done. I'm going to go through and clean up and finish up the last 10% of everything I did, like clean up some of the wiring for the hydraulics, run the wiring in the interior a little better, and then put the interior back together, clean it out before I move on to painting the sides, because really the sides don't bother me so much right now. I kind of just like having the car and being able to cruise it around. Plus I got a few other projects I probably should give a little attention to, like my Tater truck. It's Mater's cousin. I'll show you him. He's in the garage. Oh, you've probably seen him in the background a little bit. I need to do a little work to him. He's a 58 Chevy Viking 60, so it's a 2-ton truck. It's like a semi-commercial truck that I took off of the old commercial truck frame and put them on a 77 just C10 two-wheel drive frame. Here's Tater. As you can see, he's basically become a shelf for everything. So I'd like to turn him into a truck instead of a shelf. But yeah, I just need to finish up a mount for the front end, and then I need to bolt down the back of the cab. Basically, it's just setting on the frame, and there's mounts built in the middle. But I need to finish up those, do something better than that gas tank there with the hose running in it. It will start on that gas tank. Not safe, but it will start. I do have a fuel cell here that I'm going to mount and run some gas lines to it, and then put the door back on it, and then this thing will actually be able to roll. I don't know how well it's going to drive, but it'll at least be able to roll out of my garage, which is the goal. Yesterday was a rough day for cars, so broke the Lincoln, and so I was like, well, nice day, first nice day we've had in a long time here. Nice day, I'm going to just cruise my Harley. Well, a Harley hasn't been started all year, so I started that up. Sounds like crap. Found out one of my exhaust pipes is busted right where it slips on. So I pulled that off. I'm welding that up so I can put that back on, and then I had it under 2 moving blankets and a bike cover. Still got overspray all over the bike. I didn't think it was going to go up under a cover and land, but overspray does some weird stuff. So that was dead in the water. And then my wife came and picked me up when I broke the Lincoln. and on the way home in our van, the fuel pump went out. So yeah, kind of a rough day for vehicles. So I got some work to do. I'm gonna do it.